Hi, welcome to my channel, Cacti and Succulents with Senior Sue. Well, today I have a few plants to share with you. We are out here on a camping trip and we are in San Clemente, and I purchased the majority of these in San Juan Capistrano. But I'm going to go over these and we'll talk about them, so hang on. Hold on, I'm going to interrupt you for just a moment. If you would like to watch the waves crashing on the beach and also watch a few surfers catch a wave, stay till the very end of this video and you can sit back, relax, and enjoy. All right, let's talk a little bit about each plant. I'll try and keep it brief. Now this first plant, this kind of reminds me of an agave, praying hands. I think it's a nice looking plant. Now this is a Crassula Garnet Lotus, and it has like silvery colored hair. It's forest green and kind of light purple color. And during the spring it will have clusters of red flowers. Now this plant likes plenty of sunshine, and it would probably be preferable if you gave it a little bit of shade in the hot afternoon, because it looks like it might be susceptible to sunburn. And this plant can grow to a height of 6 to 8 inches, and it grows in like a rosette shape. And I think it will kind of clump a little bit. I'm not quite sure on that one. You can check that out by Googling that one. Okay, so let me go to the next plant. Okay, for this next plant, this is Agave, Bracteosa, Calamar, and it is a cultivar of the Squid agave. And you can see it has kind of like a squid like shape, the like the little arms, and it all actually kind of reminds me of the Mangave Bad Hair Day, but not quite, because these are more firm leaves. Okay, now that you can see that the leaves are a pale green, and there are no spines on this agave, which is really interesting because most agaves have very sharp spines, and this one does not. And this would actually look good in a landscape where you're doing an undersea theme. Okay, so it is hardy in zones 7B to 10B, and it can get up to 18 inches tall, and it is slow growing. Yeah, that's a nice looking plant. Now, let me get some of these out of the way here. This next one is Aloe brevifolia. Aloe brevifolia, and it is hardy in zones 8 to 11, native to South Africa. It's a short-leafed aloe that will form rosettes, and you can see that I have two here, so it was kind of like one for the price of two, so that was kind of a deal, I thought. Anytime I can get an extra plant for free. Okay, and the rosettes will build up on top of one another to form a clump that can reach about 1 foot tall. And you can see that the leaves are thick and triangular, and it has small white spines along the edge, kind of like a tiger tooth aloe. Okay, and in the summertime it can get orange tubular flowers like most aloes do. All right, and here, now this next one I think is pretty interesting. Okay, that is a Kalanchoe pen wiper, and here it is right here, and you can see the edges are scalloped, and the other name for this plant is Kalanchoe marmorata, and it can grow 1 to 4 feet tall. It grows in a clumping manner, blooms in the late winter to spring, and it is hardy in zones 10 through 11, and it likes full sun to partial shade. Now, with all of these succulents and aloes, they all would appreciate the soil being completely dried out for in between watering. So you do not water again until the soil is completely dry, and you need a fast draining soil. Okay, now this is a California native plant, and I did purchase 2 of these, and this is white sage. Its name is Salvia apiana, and it is a California native plant. As I said, it has silvery white leaves, and they're very fragrant, and they are culturally important to indigenous people of Southern California and other areas throughout California. Now, you may know that some people like to sage their homes, and what they usually use is a white sage. But unfortunately, there has been a lot of poaching of the white sage plant. So it is really not recommended to sage your home unless you're buying your sage from a very reputable seller, because a lot of it is poached, and it's becoming harder to find in the wild, this white sage. So I would recommend not doing that, saging your home. Find some other method, because this is important to the indigenous people of Southern California. Okay, this is also a pollinator plant, and it attracts bees and hummingbirds. The flowers are white and can be lavender. It can grow 3 to 5 feet tall and 3 to 8 feet wide. It likes full sun, and it is native to the coastal sage scrub of Southern California and northern Baja. Okay, so that is it for now. Once I get home, I am going to be making some decisions about where all these guys will be planted. So I want to thank you so much for watching my channel. If you'd like to like and subscribe, that would be really great. It lets me know that you want me to continue making these videos, and it helps to motivate me. And remember, it is free to subscribe. I will never have a channel where you have to join and pay. So it's free when you hit the subscribe button. Okay, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.